Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Only Bio, presenting up the important points from the chapter Animal Tissues. Friends, the terms or the points discussed here are derived from MCQs that have appeared in the various national or state level competitive exams. Questions are formed from these terms or points either in similar or modified forms. These are beneficial as they will help you to master the important topics in limited span of time, frame expected questions, do effective revision, make your own synopsis. The more MCQs you solve, the better you understand and you get confident. So, a daily practice of few minutes with me on my channel can surely help you to master the topics and score better. So, stay tuned. So let's understand the important points from animal tissues from 41 to 60. Many more to go because the chapters can be actually studied in depth. So please follow the series and do check with the playlist for the other chapters and many more videos as well. And yes, your suggestions and comments are most welcome. Point number 61. The basement membrane, that is basal lamina, is a thin sheet of fibrous proteins that underlies and supports the cells of an epithelium, separating this from underlying tissue. Basement membranes are components of the extracellular matrix, which is a viscous watery fluid that surrounds the cells in animal tissue and helps to regulate the passage of materials between the epithelial cells and the adjacent blood vessels. Each consists of a framework of collagen fibrils within which are glycosaminoglycans, which are mucopolysaccharides, and laminins, which are proteins that bind the basement membrane to neighboring cells via cell adhesion molecules. Next, stratum germinativum, also at times called stratum basale or the basal cell layer, is the layer of keratinocytes that lies at the base of the epidermis immediately above the dermis. It consists of a single layer of tall, simple columnar epithelial cells lying on a basement membrane. Point number 64. The cells of the stratum germinativum undergo rapid cell division, that is mitosis, to replenish the regular loss of skin by shedding from the surface. About 25% of the cells are melanocytes, which produce melanin, which provides pigmentation for the skin as well as the hair. Next, an epithelial tissue which has thin flat cells arranged edge to edge so as to appear like closely packed tiles is known as pseudostratified epithelium. It covers the moist surfaces where there is little wear and tear by friction, such as inner lining of the cheeks. Next, each hair is present in a tubular pit called as hair follicle, which is made up by sinking of epidermis. Living cells are present only at the base of the hair, that is in hair papilla, and the rest of the hair is dead and is divisible into outer cuticle, middle cortex, and inner medulla. Point number 67. The layer of actively dividing cells of the skin is termed as stratum malpighi or stratum germinativum. It is the innermost layer of the skin consisting of one-celled thick columnar epithelial cells. It lies on the basement membrane and its cells are active and continuously produce new cells by mitotic division, and this is the reason why they are called as the germinative layers. Point number 68. Bone is an unusual tissue in that it is continuously being reconstructed. The osteoblasts secrete bone matrix, whereas the large, much branched, motile, lysosome-rich, multinucleate cells called as the osteoclasts destroy the bone matrix. The twin process of resorption and reconstruction enables a particular bone to remodel its structure to meet any change in the mechanical requirements of the animal during its development. Point number 69. Afferent nerve fibers carry impulses from the receptors to the central nervous system. Efferent nerve fibers conduct nerve impulses from the central nervous system to the effector organs such as the muscles and the glands. Point number 70. The smooth muscle consists of long, narrow, unbranched, spindle-shaped fibers. Each fiber contains a single oval nucleus in its thick middle part. The cross striations are absent so that the fibers look smooth, hence the name non-striated. Its contraction is not under the control of the animal and therefore these are called as involuntary muscles. Point number 71. Histamine involved in allergic and inflammatory reactions is secreted by the mast cells that are found in connective tissue. They are small oval cells having abundant large granules in the cytoplasm. Point number 72. Small bones are solid. Next, long bones such as the humerus and femur have a cavity that is the marrow cavity at the center. On the right hand side of the screen, please zoom in. You can see a beautiful picture of the bone. The substance of the bone is distinguishable into three regions, namely periosteum, matrix, and endosteum. Next, the matrix of the bone along with the bone forming cells, that is osteoblasts, is arranged in concentric layers, that is lamellae, around the small canals which run parallel to the long axis, that is shaft of the bone. These canals, called as the Haversian canals, are interconnected with one another via Volkmann's canal and contain a blood vessel, a nerve, and a lymph vessel. Point number 76. Bone cells remain alive and once they have completely surrounded by the hard bone matrix, they are called as the osteocytes. The osteocytes are embedded in fluid-filled cavities within the concentric lamellae. These cavities are known as lacunae and occur at regular intervals in these concentric layers of the bone tissue. The lacunae are connected to one another and to the Haversian canals by a system of interconnecting canals known as canaliculi. Point number 77. Each Haversian canal, its concentric lamellae, lacunae with osteocytes and canaliculi forms a long cylinder and is called as a Haversian system. Separate Haversian systems are joined to each other by means of interstitial lamellae. Point number 78. Ossification is the process of the formation of cartilaginous bone. It begins about the third month of fetal life in humans. Chondroclasts are cartilage-forming cells. In ossification process, the bones are resorbed by chondroclasts and is deposited by osteoblasts, which are bone-forming cells. During childhood, bone formation process exceeds resorption, but as the aging process occurs, resorption exceeds formation. Point number 79. Lamina propria is the middle layer of three-layered mucosa, that is outer muscularis mucosa, middle lamina propria, and inner simple columnar epithelium of the intestine. It is made up of highly vascular connective tissue containing lymphatic nodules. Point number 80. Mammary gland is a milk-secreting gland present on the ventral surface of the body and is a typical characteristic of mammals. Mammary gland is a modified apocrine sweat gland. It consists of a branching series of ducts terminating in secretory alveoli during pregnancy and is rudimentary in the males. Friends, I'm sure this series will help you. Do subscribe if you're new to the channel and please check with the playlist for the other chapters as well. Keep studying with me. Thank you.